Alrighty, welcome back. Sorry for the bit of technical difficulties in that last game. We're going to be hopping into game number 2 here with a very similar plane to the first. That is from the northeast to the southwest. Plenty of room for any team to go to their desired location. I know the stream did have to cut off there because of the technical difficulties. Hopefully that'll be fixed for this one. But we did have, once again, Atletico coming away with the victory, 16 kills to add to their score total, bringing them to 89 total points through the 5 games. And we'll see if they can keep it going. Looking for back-to-back here on Erangel. We are going to be... this is going to be the last Erangel match of this series. So every team looking for as many points as possible to get them closer. Right now the cutoff is New Genesis sitting at 23 points. They are in 8th. And Villains, they're sitting in 9th with 19 points. So it looks like Atletico, Sif, Avant, GZ, and Fury, maybe even Incept, all looking pretty good right now. With 3 games to go. Zone's going to be around this Milta Power lumberyard area. No teams really mixed up with each other. A little bit going on here. We'll see if KT Gaming can't get this run over as he's running up on tempo, but he is going to be behind the tree. He's going to flip his vehicle now. That we could see a fist fight here. That was his teammate there, Tempo and Asba here as well. So 2 members of both teams gonna be mixed up in this one. Both just gonna choose to head different directions on foot. That's OTG and Pandemic. Again, no early game fights gonna come out of this one. We'll try our best to catch the first blood when it seems imminent. Doing a little bit of back-end stuff right here as well, trying to make sure that the stream is going to be good for you guys. Alright, and the 8-minute delay is up, so gonna check on my stream stats real quick to make sure I'm bringing you guys a quality game here, a quality stream. I understand that it was kind of slideshowing for that first game. It looks like so far so good, 0 drop frames. So we'll just get into the casting, and you can let me know in chat if you see any issues. I'll do my best to keep an eye on it as well. EQX, they're going to be heading in. BFK, we'll see if he can find himself a nice place to call home or if he's going to run into Suz. Headed straight down towards him right now. Going to be sharing this compound with him. Does he have any loot yet? It looks like he at least has smoke grenades. Is he going to hit the footsteps? And going to be taken down from the back from Suz with the DP. The dinner plate going to come out for our first blood of game number 2. That's BFK going down. BFK of Equinox. Looks like they were sitting in dead last 16th place. So not what they want here going into the last Erangel game. Says he's a member of Incept. And it looks like Incept is sitting in 6th right now. So that's an extra point for them that they are going to take and deposit in the bank and hold on to as they're right on the borderline of kind of qualifying here with just 3 games left to go. Now these teams starting to make their rotations. We see Atletico getting ready to leave Razak. Our winners of game number 1. Avant looks like they're going to be taking their claim, heading in already from Yasnaya. We'll see if they don't run into Slob here. Slob's going to be in a tough position if they do decide to crash this 4-pack. Looks like Vasili's going to pull off, and they are going to go towards the Kingwin dip, it looks like, right in this area for now. This dip, if you're new to PUBG, is very nice to play. That's where they're going to pull in and hold down for now as Crush goes by. Charlie going to be scouting out. Passing vehicle, it's going to be Garfield Lal. He's going to be the back end of some shots from Crusher. We'll see SLR hits once. Can he land another headshot or two? Not able to. Avant going to be one of our first teams to group as 4 in the center of the circle. That should pay off nicely for them. Team 14, Genesis, they're in a 2-2 split here between the prison and this 4-pack, excuse me. Shots going to come out from Rapidos towards Pulse. Nothing landing quite yet. He's just got a red dot. He's got a 2x on his M4, but a red dot on his Mini. Joker, he's going to be driving by the rest of Team 4, Allegiant. VNN going to be close to him. We'll see if they try to... oh, the drive-by coming out, and that's not it. That is not it, my friend, but a good effort. Got to make sure you're holding W next time for that drive-by when you do seat swap. Vasily and Avant, they're going to go around this 4-pack in towards Lumberyard. We'll see if they drive straight up or if they pull into one of these ridges, shelves. Atletico just now passing through the big blue warehouse. Looks like the stream is 100% good on my end, so going to be able to bring you a nice quality game here. As Jumbi's in a bit of trouble, he's going to be driving near Team 7 Fury. And going to head in toward Milta. He did lose a tire already. Dak and the boys from Sif are on his northwest. We'll see if they don't get shots in towards him. It looks like they've already lost 6-rin just now, actually, to Latitude elsewhere on the map. But Riot Hawks also goes down. They're going to be driving in. That's going to be up here. That's going to be a free res. This is where the first member of GZ was lost. Down here to Equinox. Ooh, Dak already picking himself up an AUM and getting a headshot onto Guru. Dak, one of these players that I've kept my eye on. He's always making plays for his team, both in duos and squads. Took a little second there before he started the bandage. Maybe he was hitting his NVIDIA GeForce button to save that clip, as he might have hit a nice arm shot there onto Fury. Looks like we got two different teams matching up here. We'll keep an eye on Riot and OTG as we see the second circle. It's going to go south down towards the Monkey compound. Which is going to be this compound made famous by Monkey back when he was looting there with Vitality. A little bit of PUBG history there for you, and give you a little insight on what the callouts of these different compounds are for teams. Is this team, Dak's team, Sif, they're going to be making their way along the south side of this Milta Beach, getting locked up with Team 10 Pandemic. So they're going to be driving right next to each other. A lot of water still in, so it's going to make this land grab feel more like a 4th circle than the 2nd circle that it really is. Vasily, he's going to be driving really close to a compound. He's going to be sharing it right now with Jakovsky. We'll see how this 1v1 turns out. Peek in the right window. Nice shots coming out of Vasily to get that knock. Very good gun skills coming out of Vasily. A nice nade landed too. Going to get that kill maybe. Yeah, he's going to finish that off for him. And that's going to be cha-ching +1 to Avant, who is going into this game tied with Sif for second. Jumbi gonna be driving again. He looks like he found himself a new US. That's PUBG things when you run into a picket fence and it stops you. We hope to see him not go down here because of it. Oh, that was C. Frank, excuse me. Jumbi's still over here. He found himself a Dacia. Zwarm's going to go down at the hands of Atletico already. That's going to be right in this top northwest side of the lumber yard. Crush, he's going to be separated from his team quite a bit here, as it looks like he might have lost his vehicle and went into the water, or maybe he's just playing this, trying to camp a couple rotation kills. Prog Dog, he's going to be heading through in this new esports US, looking for a home. Dak, get a knock on Vasily. We're going to have to hop on with him in a minute because he is using that well. Prog Dog going to choose to go into the water as his vehicle's on fire. One more shot would have definitely destroyed that vehicle, but it looks like he's gonna live. Now he is gonna have Crush, who should have heard him going down into the water there, so he should have eyes towards him. Spaghetti also gonna be making a rotation. We'll see what he chooses to do as he's heading right toward Crush for now. A little drive-by. Crush choosing not to take shots. Surely he would have taken shots if he'd had any of his teammates with him, but knowing that he's out here alone, he's going to think better of it and value his life a little bit more than usual. Dak landed that shot from here, so not too crazy of a range, but a nice shot coming out of his arm as Merrick. He's going to get a knock on the Hawks. We'll see if GM Gucci isn't able to steal that. I know the smoke's going to be there, so no steal coming out yet. We'll see if Riot makes an attempt to save Hawks, or if he's going to end up going down. Now it's getting down to close to 25%. If they're not heading toward a vehicle or running with fist out, it looks like they're going to make the decision to let him bleed out, and there he goes. This next third zone going to centralize compared to the last zone, but still cutting off quite a bit of water, leaving Team 6 with a nice split here. That's Incept. They are also in 6th place, so a really good circle here for them, looking to kind of clutch their top 8 placement going into Miramar. Rapidos throwing some shots towards Fury. Nothing landing yet. We'll see what Dak can do. He's got that He's landed a couple shots already. Looking back over towards Avant where he got that first knock. Brogdog now getting close over here to a member of Villains. Ooh, getting the nade onto Vadar. And looking for Hustler. A nice flank coming out of Brogdog. Good footwork and positioning. And able to not quite land the shots. He did start getting third party just as he was putting the shots in. Crush does get the finish onto him, so a kill stolen away, but this res should come out unless Crush can knock Hustler as well. Looks like Hustler breaks line of sight, and he's going to get the res onto Vadar. Crush running that way, though. Going to try and pick up some extra kills for his team as Atletico is now recentering in toward this wizard tower. Vadar out in the zone, so he's going to have to immediately stick a kit after this res comes out. Team 4 also in quite a split. Allegiant as Slob going to be getting a first knock onto Killjoy. We have a little bit of a fight up here for the lumberyard. Flood here on the backside too, the last member of Atletico who hasn't quite centralized yet. Decay looking down for the remaining members of Lithium. As we see Rapidos get a knock also. Skitsy playing very calm and quiet here behind the tree as the res does come out from Defiant. Looks like these teams are not quite going to get involved yet. Oh, Slob does take out Killjoy just as soon as the res gets off actually through the smoke. So Defiant, he's going to just stick it again. He'll have to stick this and then throw a smoke again in order for this team to get out. Should see their Killjoy back up. Now they're going to peek out of the smoke. They're in the zone, so they don't have to worry about that too much, but they do need to worry about getting healed up as Vidar does take Crush out. This team able to join as 3 or 4 over here villains. Defiant now goes down at the hands of Slob through the smoke as Defiant tried to run. That's going to be his 3rd time down. We'll see if Skitsy chooses to go for the res or not. Defiant gets naded out, and just like that, down to just 2 members, Skitsy and Killjoy. Fury getting some kills elsewhere in Milta. Quite the fight going on as Macaboy putting in quite a bit of work. The kill going to get stolen by Speedy K. Team 6 now choosing to kind of group up, which leaves Monkey Compound unoccupied for anyone who could scout it out in time. Rain going to go down also to Equinox. A lot of action going on in the northwest and southeast of the zones here as OTG Chempo does go down in Milta. That's going to leave Fury with a lot of room to work with out here in the Milta fields. Atletico now joining, recentering once again toward this other Wizard Tower. Looks like Luke 12 might be headed toward the Monkey Compound. They've seen that it's open, and they're going to find themselves an extra bike there if they need it. So Atletico, a lot of tools to work with here for the rest of this game. Now we're going to see a fight that might be imminent. C. Franks and No Mercy Yo holding off against the rest of Pandemic, who are split off around them. Fury gonna get some shots in to this other duo of Allegiant, who's gonna try to make their way over towards C. Franks and crew. Rapidos gonna hit Fury with the vehicle, knock him, but it wasn't enough momentum to get the finish. A lot of times we'll see the knock come out and then the finish due to the player kind of flying away from the vehicle. Not the case here. The smoke's gonna come out onto Guru, and Macaboy going for the res. Should be able to get it, but no, Luke 12 going to land some shots on a Macaboy as well. He's going to have to heal before he goes for the res, and through the smoke, Guru goes down. That's Luke 12 doing Luke 12 things and getting that downed player through the smoke. Not much room to play left after this zone ends up shrinking. We're going to see a lot more fights coming out, especially if we see a hard shift here to any part of the zone. Unlucky Gaming going to get a run over here onto Holtzy. It looks like he's going to hop out and be taken down, but not before securing the kill onto Holtzy. So he gets the knock with the vehicle and gets out with the Scar and sprays him down. So Holtzy going to be going down for that one. KT Gaming getting close to the members of Allegiant, but Flood's going to hit a shot onto him, and he's going to have to go prone and heal. Next zone going to centralize up. It's going to be largely favoring these 3 teams, Atletico, Incept, and Lithium. KT Gaming does go down to Rapidos, who is now pushing out of the compound. No Mercy looking for Speedy K, getting some shots out towards him. Takes his helmet off. He's down to 1 HP. Going to heal back up, and Speedy K and Kid Asthma are in a rough scenario here as they have a 4-man team on their north side, and they're neither team really in the zone. C. Frank's holding down for Allegiant. They're going to try and smoke in and try and cross into this area, but they're really just running away from an imminent fight. They got to take this. Hopefully they can realize it. Rapido's going to peek the left side, and Speedy K gets a nice down. Now can he finish it? No Mercy going to peek over and try and protect. No Mercy going to get the knock. Now it's just down to Kid Asthma. Kid Asthma spraying through the smoke for now. No kills yet out of Kid Asthma. Rapidos does go down to the zone, so Speedy K with an extra kill. That gives these guys 5. Pandemic, another one of those borderline teams with 25 points going into this game. An extra 5 so far through kills. Choosing to kind of Zampa out of this. And No Mercy going to spot him through the grass. So they do lose 1 though. But not a bad game out of Pandemic, as they did get 5 kills. Now Testroy, he's going to be getting some shots down into Killjoy. He's going to finish the last member of Lithium. Slob also goes down at the same time. Now pushing in toward these rocks where IDK and LOL are holding. Running straight down toward the burning US. Does he know their whereabouts? Oh, that's his team, excuse me. So joining up with his team. Wouldn't want to shoot those guys. Jam Gucci here holding off to the east side. Atletico looking like they're getting gifted a package as well, as we see Keen knocking and finishing Dambro with his SLR. Now Atletico, two members of the split, are going to be trying their best to hold out Allegiant from the south. Suz going to get a knock on the Jumbi. In the smoke, actually. B2, he's going to be going for the res. The duo of Jumbi and B2 doing their best, but B2 realizes he can't get that knock into the smoke, and now he's just going to try and play as a solo snake player. A lot of shots coming out from Incept, trying to get him down. Now he's going to choose to go for the res. I think he doesn't have a smoke, so he has to get this off now. Why is he getting a knock on Textile? Vasily stealing it though. And this next zone, who else would it favor but Atletico? Nice movement coming out of them so far. Is going to pay off here going into the late stages of the game. Gen Joker over here getting some shots from a compound just outside the circle, looking towards Hustler and towards Charlie of Avant. Spaggy getting a knock and finish on the Riot. Weezy, Zoidmate, and Flood, they're going to be joining up, and now Atletico, just like that, is a 4-man team in this monkey compound that was given up actually by Incept earlier. Now we're going to see a lot of shots raining through. Gaft, he's looking to try and finish off anything he can. Jumbi was able to get res, so they're going to be holding down that for now, but they have a long ways to go towards the west, and I think they're all out of smokes. So GZ in a rough situation now, as this wizard that Atletico previously held is going to be taken out. B2, he's going to make the trek and try and just send it with the buggy, pulling up on this hillside that is in, but now he's so close to Team 6 that he might have a fight coming out. Happy getting a knock. Now shots going toward Equinox. He's got to land some of these. He gets one onto Geeky Ghost and gets 2 knocks so far onto Geeky and Latitude both, and gets the finish onto Latitude as well. So just 1 member remaining from Equinox, I believe. Yeah, it's Chaos, and he's sharing the mountainside with him. Riot, what you see, getting shot down and taken out. Riot going out in 12th place. Looking back over towards Jumbi. Jumbi in a really rough scenario with no health here. He does have a kit, so he's going to use that. Zoidmate, they held off Fury. Looks like Fury was up here in the northwest side. Vasily getting some shots on a pulse. Gen Joker trading with that. We'll hop on board with Chung as he's the last one alive, and he's going to go down at the hands of Gen Joker. We'll see if they can't get that res off. Not much time left for not Merc, but he will be able to get it before the blue pushes in and takes him out. So that's going to deny a point. Jumbi here just holding, knowing he's in a rough spot. He's just going to send it, but he's going to get taken out by Gaff, and that's going to be an extra +1 for Incept. Zoidmate, he's still out here doing his own thing. I'm hopping on with the wrong man here. Zoidmate, he's got 1 kill. So 7 total out of Atletico so far. Hustler goes down. That's Team 13. Villains eliminated. He's putting in some shots towards the window of the 2-story red. Not able to land anything yet. He's got a lot of room to work with. Atletico in general has a lot of room to work with. And they're the only full team left, apart from Incept here, whose shots are ringing out, not quite connecting yet. B2 does take down Gen Joker. B2, a hell of a solo effort from him so far, getting I think 3 or 4 kills at least out of just himself toward this end game, while Jumbi was kind of medding and playing for safety. Gaff peeking over toward the rock, not spotting anyone else out. Chaos also down alive down here on the south. So 2 snakes on the south along with Frank. So 3 total snakes down here on the south side, as the next zone goes north, still favoring Atletico, and they're going to be in a nice position to finish this one off. Our next action should be around the south side, and it should involve Incept. So we'll hold on with them and see if we can't find the hot shooter. Looks like Suz. He has 3 kills already. Prone in a shack. Interesting strategy coming out here. B2 does end up going down and is eliminated. I'm not sure what we're watching here. Well, they are able to find both the remaining solos, so now just not Merc alive over here on the east side. I was kind of confused by that for a minute, so I had to take it all in. But Suz, he's going to be looking for more. Popping a painkiller, looking Atletico's way. They do have the zone here, so he's going to try and... Oh, he's going to take down his teammate. The res already coming out, so he's trying to get this UAS into position to play. Peeking over where he thought maybe a team was approaching from. Garfield is going to take out Mr. Whiffy from the team, from this team who's trying to make their way over. So Happy, he spots that. He's going to go over and try and see if he can't secure the kill or find a kill onto one of the players who got the knock. Now he's going to spot Suz. Shots coming out onto Suz. Hits a few. Whiffy does go down at the hands of Garfield's M24. They're trying to get this UAS with no tire up the hill and trying to get it into the zone. Shot's going to come out onto Garfield. Hits a few. Happy getting the nade onto Keen. Going to put a lot of pressure onto these guys of Incept. Shots going on to Garfield. Not able to land any. We'll hop on board with the Atletico guys as they are getting massively aggressive now. Flood still holding the back end. Zoidmate going to get some shots out. Happy gets the bleed out from his frag grenade. Zoid spots Garfield. Putting some shots his way, lands a body. Testroy a little bit further to the left. Not Merc going to get it. Not Merc playing the snake game, getting an extra kill for his team, who is now up to 6. They'll get at least an extra 4 points, so at least a 10-point game out of them already. And he's going to flick over onto Testroy. Some shots coming out, not able to land the last one that's needed. Testroy now right up against the zone. He's going to bleed out to it, so now it's just Atletico verse 1. Suz goes down, so it's Gaff v4. Happy went down, so Gaff v3. Zoid wants it, smells it, comes around the smoke, gets the finish onto the downed player, and sprays through the smoke, getting Gaff down to 25 HP. And here is the final kill of the game. That's going to be Atletico with back-to-back wins. 11 kills from this one. 16 in the first, 11 in this one. A great game down here around the military. That was our last game on Erangel for the day. Happy coming away with 4 kills. Flood with 3. Luke and Zoid both with 2 each. Incept, they had a few kills themselves. Looks like 9 in total. Gaff with 3. Suz with 3 as well. B2 coming away with 4 kills. Those were all the 4 solo kills I spoke about earlier. So nice job getting some extra points, getting 5 total points for his team, 4 from kills and 1 from the placement point. We'll let you check out the entire scoreboard here as we're going to take a quick break, hop onto Miramar, and be back shortly. Alrighty, hopping in with our first Miramar match of the day. Just 2 games left for these teams who are fighting to move on to the next round. Atletico, Sif, Avant definitely have locked up their spots. But the remaining 5 are kind of out there for anyone. Looks like after the 6-game total, Atletico sitting at 110 points. Half of that for second place, Sif Gaming 55. Avant still tied with them as well with 55. GZ sitting on 44. Incep 42. New Genesis coming in 6th right now with 34, and Pandemic with 30. Fury Australia sitting at 29. That's going to be close to the cutoff. Blue Cactus 25. Villains 21. Everyone else between 19 and 5. So these last 2 Miramar matches are going to be the chance. We're going to need at least about 30 points to qualify here. So should be a little bit more than that as we're going into the last 2 matches. Hopping on board with our winners from last game. Atletico, they're sitting on back-to-back. They've got enough to win the lobby outright already and qualify 3 times consecutively, to be fair. A little bit of action going on in this Los Leones area. We'll hop on board with that if it's going to be the imminent fight. Looks like no one else really too close to each other. Some shots coming out toward Parachute people. But Gaft, he's going to be looking toward Not Merc here shortly. Nade going to come out from Pulse, I believe. Pulse in a rough situation here. We'll see if he can't do work with this Vector. Gaff on the left side. Gaff with the reindeer hat going down to about half HP. Doesn't land a shot on Pulse though. Peeking around the corner. You can hear him going up the stairs. Should know he's right above him. If he knew he hit some shots, he might peek this, but he's choosing not to. He's playing this really slow. It looks like he's got his team putting in some shots, also getting the knock on the Gaff. So now that should be the call out. That should be the push up the stairs, secure the kill, get the loot as quickly as possible. Gonna grab a little bit of extra ammo with a different gun, as the kill is actually gonna be on the roof on the other side. So kill not coming out yet. Mr. Whiffy also going down though, and now Team 6, our second place team from last game, in a really rough scenario. Keen should be able to get this res onto Mr. Whiffy. A good communication coming through to get this nade. The call out was from his teammate right behind the blue containers. Nade it, and he does. Pulse gets the kill. Gaffed in a rough spot. Keen hopping in the back of the dump truck. Now they're surrounding, but Schultz, Suz, excuse me, gonna get some shots onto Husey. Not able to land anything at all. And now he's choosing to just bail. He's going to try and lock up some extra points for these boys who are now sitting in 5th place. They've all but secured their spot. But on the other end, Team 11, let's see where they're sitting. I need to open my list. Pulse does get Keen, and now it's just Suz down to doing it all on his own. Team 11 is Blue Cactus. And they're sitting at 9th, so they definitely needed these 3 points that they've started off the game with. The first zone of Miramar is going to be down here, the infamous NPL preseason circle that we saw so much back in January. If you tuned in to the MPL LAN event. Shouts out to the NPL and Tempo Storm for taking first place, as well as Cloud9, STK, and Envy, who also qualified for the London Face It Classic. No Mercy coming over the hill. Says, is he going to go for these shots? No, he's choosing not to. He's going to play for placement. In the old scoring, I would agree with that. But now, when these kills are just worth the point, you got a long ways to go to break into the top 8 for placement points. You might just take those kills when presented to you. Atletico leaving Picado here, heading in towards the zone. Fury holding down a large chunk of Chuma here, which is going to be kind of the centralized area for this this first circle. Shot's going to be coming out towards Luke 12. He's going to have to drive a little bit more to the west and break line of sight from Fury boys. Happy still lagging behind here in Picado. Riot, they're down here on the prison island. Suz, again the solo member from Los Leones. He's going to be looking to get in to somewhere in the center of the circle and just hang out. No one in too much danger here. Zoid, he's going to be looking in. He might see Toph. I didn't see him over there. Right, we see he's going to be in a rough spot here, rotating right next to the Team 12. Looks like he's going to make a wise decision and cut west immediately after getting off that bridge. So he should be just fine. Atletico choosing to spread out a little bit. Happy finally going to join up with the rest of the team. Riot, he hops out. We see he's going to get some shots in. Shots land 1-2 onto Swarms. One more will do it. Can't quite get the last one. And Swarms is going to live with legitimately 2 HP. 1 HP on Swarms. Now Defiant. He's going to get shots onto Wisey. And he gets the knock. That's what happens. You almost go from getting an extra kill to being killed. Defiant, he's going to take an extra kill for Lithium, who definitely needs it. They were our last place team going into these last 2 games. They need a big, big win to put themselves back in the running of moving forward. Mr. Clay putting some shots on the rotating vehicle of Jam Gucci. Hustler's going to be taking the same rotation. We'll see if Mr. Clay can throw out a few more shots. Death Badger also rotating, but up on the top of the hill is the remaining player from this team, Vedar. He's going to toss some cover fire shots towards Mr. Clay. Very slow early game, as we're used to on Miramar. A lot of teams just making their rotations, trying to find out where they want to play and what's going to happen with this zone. Second circle is going to stay true and go right around this hill that we saw Simplicity win some games out of quite often. Two more members of Riot going down, and now it's just Hawks left. He's going to be doing his best to snake a few placement points, as Riot currently sitting in 13th with only 16 points. That's 13 points out of that 8th place slot. So not looking good for them, but Crush from Avant, he's really in trouble and goes down to Skitsy. Skitsy and Lithium getting 2 points now, almost max. 5 points going into this game, already 2 in this game. So if they could have been doing this the whole time, they'd be in a decent spot. Actually, they have 4 kills now. I don't know where this. They must have killed the other 2 members of Riot in a vehicle explosion. So now almost doubled their points in one game alone from the first 6 games. Suz, he's going to be crashed here. He's going to have to. Ooh, look at this. The blue dumpster play. Now, the best idea you could do is get a little bit closer away from the wall. But now he just can't make any noise. So he wants to be in that corner, kind of where he's looking, so that no one can see him. But he's just going to choose to be quiet and hope that no one peeks. This is kind of what this looks like for anyone coming by. Shouldn't get peeked this early. We'll keep an eye on Suz to see if he can't snake out a huge placement for his team. Looks like Zoidmate did go down. That was likely from a vehicle, but maybe someone landed some nice shots. Able to be rezzed. He's got plenty of meds, and they've got plenty of utility, so nothing to write home about, as they say. Vidar looking in towards this compound where Atletico is. Also got eyes down towards Allegiant. And Jam Gucci's going to be heading in. This is going to be a free kill for Allegiant. Rapidos, No Mercy, actually going to get it and get the flush as well. Jam Gucci probably a little upset with his team, as he likely wanted them to hold eyes on that compound. Equinox BFK, he's sitting alone here in this house. Not sure if he crashed or if he had to run to the restroom or family issues, but we'll see what he can't do. Elsewhere, the knock coming out of Happy with the AUM from long range. Hell of a shot coming out. It looks like Zoidmate also getting killed, so Atletico putting in a lot of work on 2 different spots of this map. Now the hit markers are going to come out. They're trying to get this down finished, and the frag grenade comes in from his teammate. You hate to see it when you meant to throw a smoke, but you threw a frag. Feels bad, man. Zoidmate with the SLR looking down, able to not see Suz in that dumpster. So lucky for Suz, he's going to be safe for now. If there was a little more elevation, Zoid might be able to see him. Team number 3, GZ, they're in a good spot, not only in this game, but in our leaderboards, holding down a middle spot. So we should see a nice game coming out of the GZ boys, as we're about 30 seconds away from seeing our next zone. Looks like BFK, he either reconnected, finished eating dinner with his family, whatever it was, and he's back. Still chilling, as we do see Riot, our first team, eliminated. Hawks was found by Hustler. Killjoy getting another knock. This team is fragging out here in the second to last game. Mr. Clay also going down. We'll see what BFK does now that he's back. We'll follow his journey on his way to join his team. Unless all these shots coming out right now. A full team white. What? Suz, brother, we missed it. I think what happened there was Atletico got a knock or two, or Team 12 here got a knock or two as well, and Suz heard it and pushed out from his blue dumpster to finish it out. Good play out of Suz to get that team wipe. Another fight going off. Holty, he's going to be looking to get an extra knock as Team 16 is just down to Unlucky Gaming, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be all on Unlucky as he's going to start booking it south and give up on this fight. Very strange game so far. This facility is going to be running, driving, excuse me, by Slob. Pinched in between them and Equinox. Chaos getting a lot of shots in. Charlie going to be the last one from Avant to go by honking as he goes through. Ooh, Vidar and Hustler, they're going to be able to get some shots in here onto Blue Cactus if they want it. Villains and Blue Cactus, two teams that are very close to each other on the leaderboards. This could be a very impactful fight going forward. Not Mercs, he's going to be the point man on this one. They're both heading in toward the zone. They should see each other as soon as they peek over this ridge. The zone not too far away, so we're going to stay on board to see if they are aware of each other's positioning. Doesn't really seem like they are, but they're almost in footstep range. About 10 meters closer, and they would have heard each other running. Oh, here comes the nades, so now both are made aware of each other's positioning. Pulse going to be coming over the hillside here shortly. Vidar down in the shack. Hustler just over the ridge. They see him in the shack. Vidar gets the first knock on the Gen Joker. We'll see what Hustler does. Although it's a rough fight, this is where you have to fight it. You need to throw some frags out, get an extra knock, peeking in on the Pulse. The spray coming out gets the knock. Now 2 members down. Not Merc. It looks like he is on the res for now. Gen Joker really low, so he has to stick it as Pulse gets finished now into a 2v3. Vidar going to come up for help, leaving the shack. The frag going to be coming out. This is his last one. Needs to make a count. I don't think it's going to hit anything, but it was a good effort. Gen Joker healing, might be getting caught. He gets caught to the zone. We'll see if Team 13 Villains can get that kill, because they do need it. They need that extra point going forward. They're not able to do it, but Flood is going to tame down Not Merc, and now it's just up to Husey. He's going to choose to take the meds. Not going to go for the res. He's going to take the meds in the utility. Good teamwork coming out so far. Good communications as he's going to go over this hill. He's going to have a 2-member team of villains to fight if he does choose to go that way. Looks like he's going to decide otherwise and run north towards the circle. A good decision. Flood with the long range shots. This is where you just have to zig and zag, smoke as best you can. There's the smoke. Now he's going to have to snake left, right, do a 360 every once in a while. He's choosing to go right into the smoke for now. This compound is open. It looks like our member who was holding that down from Incept did end up dying. Charlie, he's going to get a pick onto BFK, so he wasn't able to completely join up with his team. Here comes the shots from Husey onto Hustler. Not able to land him. It lands one as Husey puts his ass right over the backside of the hill. They're still going to have to push in. This is very impactful for these cutoff teams, as Vidar does land the headshot onto Husey. So taking out a rival team that's close in the leaderboard is going to be huge for them at this point. But they did have a few kills. And I do believe that was the early kills onto Incept in Los Leones. So Vidar still running Flood. He's just putting down as many shots as he can from the high ground. Textile going to be taken out. Speedy K also going to take out 1 member each of Genesis. So now Vidar, he's going to find this warehouse to his lonesome. Plenty of vehicles here. He's going to have no idea what happened in the story that this warehouse has told throughout the game. But it is free. He's going to be able to hold it down for now. Atletico still center circle as we've become accustomed to seeing here. Unlucky Gaming, he's lived for quite a while as this last solo snake, but now he's in a lot of trouble, pinched between two teams. Holty going to be moving the vehicle. I think Unlucky is now in a good spot where he can get a heal off if he has one. He's going to choose not to heal. He's going to peek this side. He's going to get the spray onto Holty, but because he's low health, Holty's going to be able to take him down, and that is Ravage going out in 10th place. Luke 12 does get knocked, the long-range shot from McAvoy. Fury, they've been putting in a little bit of work these past few games. He's got 11 bullets left with that one. Happy already did go down, but Atletico's sitting at 7 kills for now. Defiant is going to go down. Spaggy and Merrick, they're going to eliminate Team 12, but they definitely, Lithium had their best game so far, adding 4 or 5 points to their 4 or 5 points that they've had from the previous 6 games. Hopping on board with Textile, looking over towards Avant. Charlie going to land a nice headshot onto him for that 63 damage. Atletico still the 3-man team. They're going to fall back to this compound as they just keep getting zone here. If you're an Atletico fan, you'll love to see it. Already sitting on 110 points through 6 games. Jumbi getting some shots on the kid Asma. Not able to land the down yet, and Chung, he's going to land 3 shots onto him. One more would get him down to about 6 to 7 HP. Speedy K spotted by Jumbi. Jumbi knows. I think they are aware of each other's positioning now. Jumbi trying to get to this rock and see if he can't heal. Going to put out spray first. Gets 1, 2, 3 shots onto him. Jumbi going to go down to Speedy K, but B2, his teammate, does manage to get Holty. Vasily steals it from long range. Vasily and the rest of the month, they're just playing the Overwatch, getting the knock on the Kid Asmo as well. We'll see if he can finish that off. Speedy K, now the last member alive for Pandemic, sitting at 25 HP, stuck between 2 teams, and that is the frag to do it. Dambro, GZ, they're going to get that squad wipe. Jumbi is down, but they're going to make a play to save him. The 6-Ren, he's going to take the vehicle across, throw a smoke. Good play out of them to stay 4 alive here. They're one of our few teams of 4 left. Looks like just 3 teams of 4 remaining. We have OTG, Fury, and the boys from GZ all with 4 up. Merrick goes down. It's just now down to Textile and Spaggy for Sif. Again, Atletico centralized. Plenty of room to work with. Now the hard part about this is they are on such high ground that they're going to have a lot of teams that are able to push up and surround close to them on this ridge. So depending on how other teams play it, they could all get pushed at once, at the same time rather, which would make it very difficult for them to hold this. Atletico, they're going to do their best to hold Avant. Charlie, he's fisticuffs running, doing the best he can to make it. Looks like he does get to that ridge line, and they're very close to being able to play right in this area is where they're going to end up getting into for now. They will have one more chance to run up onto this ridge line, but they're going to have to wipe one of these 2 teams. Stuck between Sif and GZ. They're going to choose to wrap around. Chung's going to be the point man on this one. There's just a 2-man team of Spaggy and Textile in front of them. We'll see how hard they want to push up or if they just choose to stay in the zone. Shot's going to be coming down from Atletico, landing Chung. He's forced to heal. He's got plenty of time before the blue hits him. Vasily up underneath this ridge line. They're going to be able to avoid the fight for now, but it will definitely happen here shortly. Fury, they're going to be running from OTG. OTG doing a little bit of chasing onto McAvoy and Toph. 6-Ren and Flood very close to each other as well. Spaggy and Textile, they know because of Atletico's shots down over them that these members of Avant are here. the nades now coming out. Vasily sitting on his 2 kills. We'll see if he can add more. Chung, he's got 4 as well. Voidmate still putting some shots down. Now the shot's going to come out. This fight is going to happen. OTG and Fury, they're nearly touching each other, but Fury still just running away from OTG, playing this north side. They want to prolong this fight as long as they can. Fury currently sitting in 8th place, so they're our first team in if the game were to end before this one started. So definitely some much needed points, and this is where they get them. OTG, they know time's almost up. They're sitting at 12th with 19 total points before this game's up. So nice to see them getting a little bit more aggressive. But Fury makes a nice play and is able to avoid the fight for now. Sixer peeking over onto Atletico. Tempo does get a knock onto Hustler. Vidar, the last one alive. We'll see if he'll get that res off or if the flush will come out. Vasily now on the flank. He's going to be running into Spaggy shortly. Spaggy prone in the grass. Nothing you can do about that. A free kill for him. Now turns around onto Chung. Putting out some shots. Not able to hit him yet. Now finally Textile is able to do it. Jumbi steals the kill. And now Charlie, it's all up to him. He knocks Spaggy from the grass and gets the flush. Now getting on the kill leaderboard. Vidar peeking the top of the hill. Nice shots coming out of Charlie, but gets a little bit of help. That's no, actually Charlie did get that knock. That was a little bit of a spectator bug. I thought he got help from Atletico. Nades coming out, not able to land yet. Oh, the turn, Charlie! With the double kill. What a turn. Starts going for the finish and then realizes as Hustler peeks over and snaps to his target. Great shots coming out of Charlie, someone who's very experienced playing in the MPL preseason earlier this year. So great shots coming out of the Kiwi. Fury peeking over onto this north side now. Now they know they need to get active. OTG Asba, he's going to get the first knock. Looking over towards Toph, gets the finish. Guru just on the north side of him. Oh, not able to land the shots yet for the... there it is. Finally gets the finish. Fury was able to make it into the compound, so they're just delaying these fights as long as they can. They want to be one of these final teams up before they start getting too active. Guru, he's going to be in a rough spot. He's got to land some shots on the Tempo. Nothing yet. And finally getting taken out. Tempo, nice shots and the flush from Asba. So 2 more points coming out of OTG. As I said, they were sitting on 19. Definitely need these points. They're sitting on... those are just the only 2 kills they've gotten so far, but they are the only 4-man team up, actually, going into this late game. Charlie, one of our snakes. Textile being the other one. Hey, what are you doing? McAvoy does go down. That is not the time to play hide and seek, my friend. Luke 12 now. Gonna hear? Not okay, so he heard 2 different things. He heard the downed player moving, and he also heard footsteps, so he should know that there's still one up. There comes the jump out of the window. Shots coming out, but not able to land. He's gonna come in for the flush and make sure he gets the points. Meanwhile, Charlie did get found on the south side from Rain. Flood probably calling this out for Luke, so Luke should know exactly where he's at. He's saying to him, hey, he's on the side of the truck. The nade comes out, not able to land it, but Zoidmate is able to find the angle. Now, Asba also takes the solo player down in Textile, so both snakes going out at the hands of OTG. OTG, the 4-man team, GZ, a 3-man team, and Atletico going for their 3rd win of the day. We'll hop on board with them for now and see if they can't pull off the 3-peat. Nothing too much coming out now. Each team kind of going for a little bit more positioning. as we're going to have to wait for the circle to condense to show us which direction we're going to head. Now the shot's going to come out onto Big Jumbi. Big Jumbi peeked it real briefly, but decides to fall back. Gonna watch this overhead as now OTG, they definitely have the closest to the star. This is their game to lose, and as I said earlier, they needed it. Shot's going to come in onto B2. B2 now, 6ren going to land some shots. We'll hop on board with Rain. Rain going to look down towards 6ren. As Jumbi is downed, I believe. The res is going to come out. No, Jumbi is still alive. He's coming up on this flank. He's going to have a shooting range here shortly. Shots coming out onto Asba, not able to land him yet. Half health. Can't get the peek. Finally gets the knock. He's going to have to stick this heal. But Rain's going to push down, and they're going to wipe the rest of GZ. So nice shots coming out of OTG. They should be able to get this res. Atletico, they know that's their chance to move. One player already in the house. It's down to just Flood, though. Elsewhere, it looks like OTG was in 2 fights at the same time, and now it's Flood in a 1v4. As soon as Tempo gets this res onto Asba, if he could pull this off, it'd be something to talk about. Rum Rage in the house. He's heard him. Flood, this is what legends are made out of, my friend. The molly is on your ass. You're taking damage from it. You're getting surrounded. You're going for the 3-peat. You're in the smoke. And 40 HP. He's going to get this first aid off, and he's still got a chance. He knows he's got to push into the house. All the rest of the players are spraying the smoke. Now he's going to have another angle. He gets the first. Nope. He lands a couple shots, but not able to get the knock. And he's going to get pushed. A good effort from Flood, but not able to pull it in. Who's it going to be? It's going to be OTG coming away with 10 kills and the victory. That's 20 points to add on to their 19 that they had. That is the game that's going to qualify them for the next round. Should qualify for them for the next round, as they're going to be sitting on 39 points. Very nice team effort coming out. 3 from Rain, 3 from Asba, 2 from Rum Rage, and 2 from Tempo. Zoidmate looks like he had 4 kills. He was our kill leader for the game, sharing that title with Chung. Charlie, he made an effort. He got that duo wipe as a solo player. So nice kills coming out of him, out from him. Atletico, not able to keep the 3-peat alive. We're gonna have one more game for you shortly. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we will see how the conclusion of Lobby 1, Lobby 1 goes. Alrighty, we are hopping into our final match of the series, the 8th and final game. A great game, win coming out of OTG. We're hopping on with them to start this one. A great win coming out of them in that last one from, they really, they took control. We saw them come in. They came in, they were pushing out Fury on the north and kind of trying to clear their way. It looks like they were looking for a fight up in here early, and then they wrapped all the way back around, took out both the snakes on the south side, and was able to ultimately finish the 3-man team of GZ. And I believe they fought off Atletico at the same time. So a great game coming out of them. Again, 10 total kills, 20 total points. Very much needed, as they were on the outside looking in. Now they've all but guaranteed themselves a place in the next round, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the final round. Quick look at the scoreboard. Atletico with 126 points, obviously far and away in the lead. But these boys do have a little bit of a kill competition going on between them for the top kills in this lobby. Happy sitting on 20, Flood with 19, Zoid with 18, and Luke with 17. So that'll be fun to watch and see who can lead the team to the most kills. Our last zone here on Miramar to start us off. Our first zone is going to be very centralized here in between Picado and Los Leones. Some teams that are on the edge here that we have a story going for. We got, let's see, OTG. They're sitting after that win with 39 points in 6th place. They should be pretty good. Granted, they finish off with a few points in this final game. Just a kill or two should do it for them. Pandemic sitting at 35, as well as New Genesis. Those two are tied, and then Fury, they're our first team out right now in 9th place with 34 points. So 7th and 8th, tied for 7th and 8th with 35. Fury with 34. Blue Cactus sitting at 28. Villains with 25. Allegiant 20. Riot 16. Ravage 16 as well. Lithium with 10. And Equinox with 8. So down to the bottom, if Equinox can come away with, they would need themselves about a 20 kill victory to even give themselves a chance. These other teams like Riot, they could definitely do it with 10 to 15. Should put them right in the mix. 10 would get them in before this game. So if they could get 10 plus 3 or 4 points, that would be a 14 kill win, let's say, should get them in. So most of these teams still have a chance. I would only say maybe 2 of them are out, Lithium and Equinox. So no one going down yet in this early game. So we're just going to sit here and kind of talk and set the scene for what's about to be a crazy final 4th game. Again, if you're with me, if you've been with me through the technical difficulties early on in the day, and through my 3 a.m., it's now 3 a.m. going into this final game over here in the States. So very, very tired. Hope I don't show it too much. But thank you for being with me. And we're going to get this last game knocked out. Equinox, they're grouped here in Monte Nuevo. BFK, again, the solo man. They're kind of pinned down. Equinox, they're pretty much out of it, but Ravage, they're sitting about 8 points more than Equinox with 16. So both these teams, honestly, should just fight it out. They're going to need it. They're going to need these 4 kills from the other team and a win. So they should just fight it out. Both agree to duke it out and see who can get more points out of each other. Still nothing really happening here. Happy, he's going to find himself no mercy. Some shots going to come out onto him. We'll see if he can land him onto this open top Bronco. Nothing yet. Happy with the tap, tap, tap of the red dot. Now he's going to start getting some shots from a teammate. Rapidos doing a little bit of cover fire. And that's going to put an end to that. Team 11 Blue Cactus, again, they're in 10th right now, but they do have a decent compound here in the center. So we do see a lot of games end right in this area. So we'll see if they're able to hold on to it and get some zone luck. Zoidmate is going to go down as Husey putting in some nice shots. Joker should probably finish that one off. He does. So that's going to be Atletico already down. Now, you might want to use that, bud. You don't want to take those tires. That's a free vehicle for you. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Good. All right, like to see it, like to see it. Hopefully someone will go out there, loot that. Happy they're going to finally find No Mercy as he came back, question mark? Allegiant, they're actually on the outside in looking in too, so I'm not quite sure what that was about. Hello, game? Now that's just scary. That's a little bit of a spectator, but Rapidos, he isn't actually in that location. We're going to try and find him. It looks like he might have lied. Oh, now he's back. Hey. You thought I was here, but I'm over here. Haha. Got you. Flood, he's going to be protecting this bowl. The Picado Bowl, a very strong place to play when it's centralized as it is in this first zone. So they're going to be looking to get some shots out onto the boys of SIF. Both these teams already safe, advancing to the next round. So just going to have some fun here. Mr. Clay, he's going to get the first knock of the fight in Monte. Both these teams sitting in the bottom three. So not too important, but they both definitely need the points. GZ looks like they've also qualified as well. But a team that hasn't is Villains. They're sitting at 11th right now with 25 points, and they're going to make their way in. Needing to make sure they have a clean rotation here in the early game and not lose anyone. Riot, they need a big win as well. Stuck in between two teams here. Fury, again, they're our first team looking in by just 1 point so far. So this game means everything to these boys. If they want a chance at heading to the London Open or the London Classic, Face It Classic, they definitely need to have a good game here. And Pandemic, the team that's on their north, right here on the other side of Riot, is a team that is 1 point ahead of them. So this will be a very interesting fight coming out. We'll watch it as best we can as Weezy does go down here. Kid Asthma going to take out the vehicle tires. Still this fight going on in Monte Nuevo. We'll check out the winner after it's over. Still don't want to miss anything else. We got, it looks like just one member of this team left. It's going to be Twitch EZZ01. They did get two members of Equinox. But this is not going to have any relevance in the standings, so we're going to watch elsewhere where OTG, our winners of last game, are now losing 2 members just down to Asba and Rum Rage. They're sitting in 6th right now with 39 points, so they're not quite guaranteed. If they go out early, this could be spell for problems from them. Riot Spaghetti, he's now getting some shots out. They've lost 2 members of their team, but Speedy K is going to get away. So Riot, their hopes and dreams are all but gone now as Speedy gets knocked. Looks like a tire was taken, and he flipped his bike. If we hop over here, we'll surely see the tire is taken. Twitch EZZ, he went out. That was the last member over in Monte Nuevo. And he wasn't able to finish off. So Equinox does get 4 more kills to add to their total. Much better last 2 games of Miramar here. But it's probably not going to be enough. And Jumbi does take the kill for good measure. So unfortunately, Fury wasn't able to get that kill that they very much so needed. Atletico making this northern rotation. They're going to head down around over into this Chumacera area or choose possibly to go a far south rotation as this hard shift does come into play. OTG, they backed out of here and they're heading around as well. So Avant, they're over here on the east side of Los Leones, making their way in. Merrick, he's in a rough spot here, as we see Jumbi. He does take down Dambro, but that'll be over here, and the res will come out shortly. Merrick spots defined. He's just going to play it alone here. He needs to group with his team, but he knows that in order to do that, he's going to have to survive. A lot of long-range shots coming out right now, but nothing, no fights are really imminent. Oh, meanwhile, over here we do have villains rotating right now to Atletico. A little bit of shots coming in while driving. No one going to be in any serious trouble here. Equinox, they're going to be sending it. They did pick up 4 kills, but now they need about 10 more and a win to even have a shot. Actually, they need about 16 more to even have a shot, so they're going to try and pop off here. Looking over at Hawks, he does spot him. Is he going to be able to land the shots? One goes in, but Riot Hawks with a God nade onto Geeky Ghost. Chaos now going to try and see what he can do. It's just a 2-man squad, so we'll see if he can recognize that not too many people are going to be shooting at him. This risky cross coming in as the frag does come through too. Shots onto Spaghetti. He knows where he's at, but he's not able to land him yet. He's going to throw a smoke of his own and try and go for this res shortly, but he's got to peek to side, throwing some shots towards Spaghetti. Those aren't shots that he really cares if he hits. He just wants to suppress and hold off the members of Riot here. The push coming through. Hawk's going to peek to side. The pre-fire coming with the hip fire. That's an interesting strategy. And the reload. Not what you not what you want to see. Riot, they are going to get the wipe. That's going to be a few more kills for them. They're now up to 3. Fury, they're making their move south. Atletico, they're going to be able to find anything here in the center. They're going to do some quick scouts. What's happening now is Luke, he hops out of the vehicle, scouts across the street up onto the hill, and calls it out for his team so they know that it's open to go ahead and start heading into this area. A lot of rotation going to be coming in as we have a double hard south shift. Avant making their way in as well. We're going to have to keep our eyes here on Fury as well as Pandemic, as they are a few of our cutoff teams. Along with New Genesis. New Genesis, they are team number 14. So where are they at? There they are. So this team right here is also another team to watch. These 3 teams right here are going to be our 3 that are currently on the border. So we'll keep a close eye on them, and if they fight, we'll have to switch over very quickly. At the top of the leaderboards, it's all but wrapped up with these 2 teams. Atletico with over a 60-point lead on Avant, and Sif, who is just 2 points behind Avant. So although our 2 heavy hitters are going to be fighting here, it has nothing to do with our placements. Looks like we are going to have Sif pushing on foot over towards this compound. The compound that is occupied by the last 2 remaining members of Pandemic. Now Dak gonna spot KT Gaming in the window here, choosing not to shoot. I think they're trying to see how many members are gonna be there before they know if they can push or not. Mishka with some long-range knocks. A long-range knock coming onto Jumbi. Jumbi should be able to be rezzed. As our new zone, finally a northern shift up here towards the church. Fury going to be looking dead center, praying to the PUBG gods. Excuse me, the PUBG gods to keep getting the circle luck and qualify going into what I believe is the final round. Atletico now holding out the south side. Holte gonna get a knock onto Chung. They need to win this. Wow, Holte and KT. This is their tournament on the line here. Holte gonna go down now. It's just up to KT. He's gonna have to peek around the corner. He's in a 2v1. Gets some shots on the Crush. Gets him down to about half HP. Charlie's up on the hill. And Vasily's far too, so it's just a 1v1 really. If he can get this down before Charlie gets there. He's going to toss a nade, but he also is going to need to pop a stim here shortly. So this nade comes out. It's looking good. He gets the knock on the Crush. That's a much needed point. He's going to quickly push it, get the flush. He's going to grab some meds. And now, if he can spot that Charlie's over there, he just needs to play for a little bit more placement and any kills he can get here. They already have 4, so that's going to go a long ways in adding to their total. Again, Pandemic, they were sitting at 35. Now they're going to be sitting at 39. These shots, not really looking to hit anything, just saying, hey, we're here, someone's here, don't come. He's going to find himself some loot. Let's see Fury if they have any kills. They have 1. And Team 14, as Slob goes down to Spaghetti, they also have 1. So shaping up for a very interesting ending to this series. So he's going to go into this middle shack. This is a very rough shack to play, especially when you don't have a vehicle like a Murado or a truck. Shot's going to be coming his way. Nothing hitting yet. He's going to smoke his way in and just pray for a while. Incept, they're actually sitting in 5th right now with 44 points. So should all of these teams around them have a good game, they could be in some trouble. So let's see, Pandemic. They already are nearly caught up to Incept. So Suz doing his best to hold on here. He needs a few placement points if he can get it, as his team doesn't have any kills. So he can't go out before the top 8. Atletico putting in some work. It looks like they did lose someone already. Looks like Zoid went out. And Team 12 is going to be eliminated. Team 4 is going to be eliminated. Team 4, that's Allegiant. They're going to be done for. That's going to be their tournament life over. As Spaghetti, he's hitting some nutty shots from up here. Getting some crazy knocks. Now he's going for the long-range finish onto his knock in the smoke. Wow. Just to even hit that shot in the first place is crazy. The res already out, and he's not going to be able to finish it, unfortunately for him. The zone popped another south shift away from Fury. Charlie, he's stuck in a rough scenario, but he does have Vasily who could possibly help him out here in a minute. He's stuck between Blue Cactus. He's throwing out a little bit of a distraction smoke over to his west. Now he sees Notmerk, gets a headshot and another body. And then he turns on the Joker, and we're going to see a hell of a play out of Charlie again. He's got both these guys down to about 25%. We saw it out of him last time. He needs to reload. He gets to the smoke cover before he reloads. A great play out of him. Now he's going to reposition over here to the west. He's going to peek the ridge line here shortly. This is to make sure that when the Team 11 peeks, They know they're naturally going to peek right back to where he was, his last known location. He repositions over here by the tree. Here's the shot, footstep, lands the shots on a not mark. He's going to know that that was the Western player. Now he's got to reload, looking toward Gen Joker, taking this tree, and Vasily helps him just in time. He realizes it's a wipe. He's got a safe first aid. Spaghetti, meanwhile, going to crash into this compound. It's all they can do. It's everything. It's their tournament life. They need kills, but that's going to be the end of it for them. It just wasn't meant to be. They're going to donate 2 kills over to Fury, one of our cusp teams that we're keeping an eye on. McAvoy, he's going to get some long-range shots in. Jumbi goes down. Meanwhile, that's going to be it for GZ, but they've already qualified. They should have 4th place all but locked up. McAvoy, we've seen some nice shots out of him and some not-so-nice hide-and-seek today, but we'll see if he can land any more shots onto OTG or Suz. Looking over toward Testroy. You should know that they've cleared most of their north. This shot is going to come down in timing. That's a great shot out of McAvoy. Timed the strafe back and forth and landed the shot. Very impressive stuff out of him. Not able to get the finish. It looks like Team 14 Villains, they have... Team 14 Genesis, they have... a little bit of room to work with over there. Hard cover behind their vehicle. Just as I say that, Garfield also goes down to Asba. Asba landing some shots towards him. Decay goes down as well. Now they're in huge trouble. Decay gets finished. Asba trying to blow up the Murado, rather. The res was able to come out, so now back to 3-man strength. Slob goes down to Asba. Slob gets finished by Asba as well. So now just down to 2. They need to hold off. They only have 1 kill. And then this is Genesis, who going into this game was sitting in 8th, tied for 7th rather, with 35 points. Fury has more points than them, so is surely going to pass them now. They need to make sure that they're doing better than Pandemic, and Pandemic, they have just KT Gaming left. So 1 point versus 4 points. They're 3 points behind right now. We're looking at this team going to be eliminated if they can't get together a few kills or placement points in this next game. Fury, they are on the outside looking in, though. They've gotten 3 points, so now they're going to be sitting currently 2 points ahead of Testroy's team. Facility does go down, so now we're in the points, the placement points. That's going to be it. So KT Gaming goes out. What did we say? They had 4 kills, right? That's Pandemic. They came away with 4 kills, so that's going to be 39 total points for them. OTG, they should be safe now. It's really going to come down to these 2 teams. Fury has a 2-kill lead, 2-point lead on Garfield's team here. So these are the teams we're really focused on for the cutoff. As long as OTG has a few kills. They only have 1, actually. So they're sitting 1 point above the other. Now they're going to have 2. Okay. They should be safe. Genesis and Fury are going to be our teams to watch here. Unless a team like Blue Cactus or Villains can win this game. Looks like they're both already out, so. Yep, these are the only 2 teams that matter. So there's going to be fighting going on elsewhere, but we're going to focus on these 2 teams. Testroy and Fury. Some shots going on. Fury gets the final kill on the Suz. So now they're 2 points, 3 points up, rather. Plus whatever the placement points are going to be. Now we're down to just 4 teams. This is going to be insane. This team needs to get some kills. Genesis, they're sitting in 9th for right now. Coming into this game, they were tied for 7th. But they're 3 points behind Fury. These are the shots they need to land. They need to get Fury down. He takes a headshot from Guru for 60. as nades are going to be coming in. Are there's going to be frags or smokes? It looks like there's smokes from Garfield. Garfield now going to be able to take this vehicle in. He's going to send it. Is he waiting for his teammate? The vehicle is unable to move. Because of that tire being blown out. So Fury, if they knew all they needed to do here was wipe Team 14, I'm sure they'd take it head on. But they're not quite sure what the knowledge that I have with the points. So they're kind of just playing to win the game. Peeking over towards the smoke. The smoke's going to dissipate. Shot's going to come out from Happy. That's help. Fury going to be going, losing one player. We'll see if that knock comes out. Now the finish is through. So down to just 3 players left for Fury. Every point matters at this point. For example, if Genesis is able to get 1 kill and outplace Fury by 2 positions, we would see a tie. I'm not sure how the tiebreak is. Now it's just McAvoy down. He's going to have to get this res as Guru also goes down and bleeds out to the play zone. So now both the 2 teams we're watching have 2 players remaining. Garfield going to get knocked. He had to make an attempt for it. Now it's just Testroy. And that's going to be it. It should do it. That should lock up Fury as our final slot going forward. They're going to lay in this ditch for now, but we'll see if Atletico, who surely has this game wrapped up, they're just taking the freest shots of their life. Fury goes down. They're going to sweat it for a few minutes until this is all over, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be safe. We'll have to wait for the official scoring, but if my math is correct, Fury's going to make it through along with Pandemic, OTG, Incept. We're going to hop on board with Rum Rage to see if he can't pull off the 3v1 of his life. It'll be a great clip for him if he's able to avoid this nade. Nope, the headshot from Luke 12 is going to do it. We spoke briefly before the game about Atletico and them fighting for each other for these kill total. They're going to finish this game with a 19 kill win. Zoidmate not going to be getting anything there for high fives and hugs and some moral support. But Luke 12 coming away with 9. He's going to be the kill leader, I do believe, for this team. Actually, him and Flood should be really close, within 1 kill of each other. Happy going to add 4 as well this game. So a hell of a game and a hell of a series coming out of Atletico as they win 3 of 4 games today and take second in the one they didn't win. Yeah, Luke 12 is going to be, by 1 kill, going to be the kill leader for this lobby. Thank you, everyone, for joining in, and congrats to the teams that made it. We'll have to wait for official scoreboard to be announced, but if my math is correct, it's going to be Fury, Pandemic, OTG, Incept, GZ, SYF, Avant, and Atletico moving forward. Thank you for being with me. I've been 17. If you like what you see, if you enjoyed my casting, please toss me a follow on Twitter. Follow this stream as well for more of this event in the future, and stay safe, friend, as Discord says.